Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Irrelevant Stories, a show where we sit and drink and have a conversation about absolutely random topics and share our personal stories. And new episode today is about recommendations. After a long hiatus, what we recommend is back. And उसके बीच में हम लोग कुछ भी नहीं किया because I was away. To be very honest, कुछ भी नहीं किया. So yeah, here's we are last episode of what we recommend, and now this new episode of what we recommend. Starting with Krithin and Shiwani here on the panel. And of course, your evergreen host Nikhil J. तो अब देखते हैं क्या होने वाला है. So we'll start off with something
Co-host Krithin.
Sure. And like
Co-host Krithin.
Krithin, whenever he says co-host, I'm like, that's Gaurav. And even though Gaurav doesn't show up ever in recent history, I'm like, no, he started Irrelevant Stories.
Yeah, that's founder, dude.
Founder
Co-host.
is different. Dude, no.
Co-host.
So founder is me. Okay, there was a co-founder who was Yogeshwar, who is in fucking Canada. Okay, and Gaurav is in Star Health. So
Classic rule of three. Gaurav
range is nice. So first, let's start off with recommending stuff. Movies. What would you like to
Wait,
recommend?
I'll ask you a question. Nikhil, how was your hiatus? What happened for a long
It
hiatus?
was not. It's not like I took a therapy break, bro. It was like I was just working on
The
a
audience wants to
constant.
know.
I was just working every day. But you know what? What I did. So I was working, sure, but like around night, around like 10, 11, I used to like read. I like get away from everything, just read. Or at times talk to, but fucking even talk to people is very exhausting. Unless you're talking to like your friends. Like let's say I'm talking to Krithin, I'm talking to Shiwani, that's chill. I'm talking to like Archita, it's chill. As a public that I know of, so it's chill. But when you end up talking to somebody who's like random or like any match or whoever you want to call it, it becomes very exhausting because the lack of efforts that you see, you are like fucking idiot. थोड़ा तो effort ले ले. थोड़ा तो effort ले conversation. So that really pisses you off. Already I have low standards when it comes to like I'll carry the conversation, but when you see this, I'm like, it's not worth the effort. So you just like leave them, and I'm like, and I find my solace in books. So I end up going to that space because as I mentioned before the recording started, I like feel like I'm leading a very robotic life. So when I'm reading a book, it makes me feel I'm like a little more human. It doesn't happen when I'm watching something. It doesn't happen when I'm listening to something because it's just movements that I end up having. But when I'm reading something and invested, there is imagination at play. So my mind is going at full throttle during the day. And when I'm reading something, I shift my focus to a different horizon. So I'm not reading self-help books and stuff because I don't believe in those nonsense. I read mostly fantasy because I'm like I want to get, मेरे को सेल्फ हेल्प का फिलॉसफी इन फैंटेसी में चाहिए सो आई एम दैट सो आई एंड अप गेटिंग दैट एंड आई एंड अप सेंडिंग स्नैप्स आल्सो टू एवरीबॉडी so that is there. So I did that, and I'll be recommending stuff that I did over the past 1 month. So let's start with everybody.
Let's ask Shiwani. How was
how was everybody's
time of the podcast?
I didn't get the question.
No, like we didn't record for 2 to 3 weeks, right? So what did you do?
That.
Yeah.
I felt like my dad put some spell before he left because clearly ever since he left, we didn't record. Correctly, he's coming back tomorrow. I'm glad this recording is happening today.
Finally.
Yeah, so maybe the curse is gone or something. I don't know. But I think I missed recording. But I'm glad I didn't miss you guys because I was meeting you guys or talking to you guys throughout the month. So you guys were not absent. Shooting was absent for sure. But you guys kept me entertained.
Thank you.
Guys kept
shit. What a great thing to say.
Yeah.
Krithin getting over trauma of you are keeping me entertained. And Shiwani comes in and says the exact same phrase.
Keeping me entertained.
No, in fact, I think this one started with Nikhil's show. I was looking at my calendar on your show.
Yeah.
I was like, yahi se shuruaat ki thi.
This is how the curse began.
Hence this month it's like this.
I didn't say that.
No, I agree.
Hey guys, me and Nikhil are part of a show next month.
Next
Do
weekend,
come.
no?
Yeah.
It's called High On Entertainment. Please show up.
That's the
Yeah, no,
production company.
it's by High On
Jokes on-
Entertainment. It's called Jokes on Us.
Jokes on Us.
Sorry. It's called Lack of Fucks also. Sorry.
And as
So,
a
yeah.
repeat audience to both these boys, I can vouch that these shows will be amazing. So do go check it out.
Also, Rishikesh would be here as well.
Yeah,
So
dude,
the
Rishikesh
is very
both
fun.
party.
Yeah.
So he will be.
He's
So
also
it's
getting-
like a Irrelevant Stories show would be taking over.
I think our logo should appear in those posters that you guys are branding.
Presented by the Irrelevant Stories.
Irrelevant stories.
Artists by the Irrelevant Stories. Talent partner, Irrelevant Stories.
Talent partner. Oh.
Yeah, why not?
So people who are in Chennai listening to the podcast, we recommend you the show. So to go
Strongly
and come and
recommend
watch us. Coffee new
That
material
jokes.
that we are writing, so it's going to be fun.
That's
But Krithin, how was your high shows?
Bro, I wanted the podcast. See, let me say what the podcast, what major role the podcast plays. So, as you know, open mic happens, and it's on and off for some reason. For like, we don't know why they aren't telling us. But hence, I look forward to podcast. And the point is, podcast was not happening, like open mic not happening. So I'll be like, okay, Thursday nahi hua, Friday open mic nahi tha. Okay, yeah, podcast this week. I'll ping him. He'll be like, yeah, we'll see that or something. He'll say, like, podcast nahi ho raha. I'm like, when will it happen? When will it happen? So it has become like a part of my schedule now. That every week I need a podcast. I want to be like, we have to record a podcast, and every week when we don't record, I'm like, shit, yeah, adhura as in like incomplete. It has become like that for me. And 1 week I was traveling to Coimbatore or something. Yeah, starting or in between, and I was like, shit, dude, I can't record a podcast. I'm traveling to Coimbatore. Because Friday night I'll be traveling. Then we record a Friday or Saturday. Saturday night I'll be coming back. Shit, yeah, we couldn't record. I couldn't be part of this recording because since the starting, or when we started with the anime episode, I've been part of all the. Even once the podcast was there, still I was like somehow I was part of it. So it has become like a streak-like thing for me that every podcast, if I speak on, I should be part of it. So this month when we didn't record, I felt like incomplete. My life is incomplete. Like if I don't go to open mic or if I don't perform in this week, I feel incomplete. The podcast has come like that form now. It's like an integral part of my life now. So I'll cancel other plans to be part of like podcast. That's become like that.
सही है.
कितनी किडनी टचिंग बातें कर गया.
Co-host नहीं बनाया ना इसको इसलिए.
यार इमोशनल बातें करता हूँ मैं.
ये अटेम्प्ट कर रहा है. He's trying to qualify as co-host.
But सही है, dude. That's really heartfelt, very heartfelt. But we are back and hopefully we will be shooting some episodes and actually पहले तो episode release करना है. तो episode release करके this episode will be live and there will be YouTube shorts and also it will be chill, nice होएगा. तो पहले तो let's start with now that we have got that out of the way, that we have got Aishas and stuff. So firstly, since you had a little, I don't know, if you might have had a little more time on your hands, what are the stuff that you would like to recommend for this month? Or rather, anything that you would like to recommend? We'll start off with movies.
Movies, yeah.
That's just, what would you like to recommend?
Movies, I saw this movie yesterday. It was funny. FNP karke, Friday Night Plan or Friday Night Party.
Oh yeah, cool.
It was funny movie. It was like the whole. क्या बोलते हैं? Sometimes we need this chillax movie, feel good movie, coming out of the age movie.
True.
Yeah, okay. I'm sort of cinephile. I watch a lot of movies and stuff. But once in a while you want this chillax karke, like everything's sorted out. Small fights are happening. So FNP is sort of like that. Friday Night Plan. It's about two brothers. So the whole sibling thing is also nice. And sort of really good movie. In Netflix I saw it's like fun. I won't say it's great, I won't say it's bad, but once in a while you need to like still sit,
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
you watch. It's not like the plot is not really intriguing, or there's not a lot of action or fighting dishum going on. Yeah, just you have your pizza, you have your food at night, and you want something to watch. It's like that movie. Pleasant tha, yeah. Pleasant tha. Zindagi mein there are not a lot of pleasant things going on personally, but yeah, sort of pleasant tha. It's like a warm hug. That's what I would say.
That's nice. So when you
Then
mentioned that, no, it reminded me of Karan Arjun.
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
No. I'm laughing for different Karan Arjun.
when he told our two brothers, like, ye Karan Arjun. I'm like, okay. Karan Arjun hi to hai. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
Then I wanted to watch this movie, Chup, The Revenge of an Artist, for a long time. I was asking, even Nikhil gave me this, bro, love the movie, bro. Like, proper. Yeah, it's a sort of slow burn. It doesn't have like a lot of twists and turns. But the point, it's sort of a meta movie. So the movie is all about reviewers. How a review of a movie can change the whole deal of a movie. How reviewers play when reviewers you should not see. Long time ago, I don't know if you guys watch Sun TV. So Sunday on the top 10 movies in one hour. And this guy says top 10 movies of the week. And you used to wait. Right. Every Sunday we used to wait and watch what he says about the movie and everything. If it's good or bad, it comes in it. So, but that was really good. But now it is always like this angle sarila, that angle sarila, ivlo slower irundichu padathla. Like, yeah, bro. But the movie worked out for me. And because of that, there are a lot of movies which people don't go to theaters and watch it.
True.
Yeah, that's a good thing also.
Pro and con.
Pro and con. A lot of unknown movies people go and watch. But the point is, a lot of even, there's this movie I forgot in OTT. I like that movie a lot, where Vicky Kaushal played this. Okay.
This.
Govinda Naam Mera.
Yeah.
One reviewer tried and refused. He was full on bashing that movie. What is this? There's nothing. Everything. Then I watched the movie, dude. The movie like clearly worked for me. I was laughing at certain points. It worked for me. I
remember you mentioned this earlier also, and I made it a point to watch it.
I have a follow-up question here. Sorry for interrupting, but there's a follow-up question here that I have. Is it because the movie was rated so badly, you did not go into the movie having any expectation, through which it worked for you? Is it like that mindset that you're going for, or was it like, okay, I'll go for it, kya ho jayega?
I'll go for it, kya hoega? No, I wanted something chill. See, the guy said shitty movie. So I wanted something while working. As it's work from home, I wanted something inside. A noise to work on. But the movie was so good that I was watching the movie not okay. It was interesting. For me, it was interesting.
Fair enough.
It was interesting.
तेरे ऑफिस वाले पॉडकास्ट नहीं सुनते ना?
वो मालूम ही नहीं है dude. Yeah, it was nice, dude. But by the way, I finished my work, dude. That's like not lot of work. When work comes, I finish it.
सुनते हैं इसका मतलब.
On a safer side, I am. But yeah, I finished my work, dude. They are pretty much happy with my work. I'll say later about that. I don't want to bring work here, but yeah. So FNP, I would say, and Chup, The Revenge of an Artist. Good movie. I like the movie a lot. Chup. So in that movie in Chup, it's also sort of meta movie where they talk about Kagas Ka Phool.
Oh.
There's a movie known as Kagas Ka Phool. He's an actor turned director. He took that movie and the movie flopped. Proper flopped. But now it's a cult movie. People, it's like a movie where you go to film institute and they teach you that movie. Yeah. So now I found a way to watch Kagas Ka Phool, and Kagas Ka Phool is in my laptop. I'll be watching it soon.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So these are like two movie recommendations. This one I would say.
Amazing.
What about you, Shiwani?
Like I mentioned when we connected for the shooting, this month was exhausting as fuck. So didn't really watch movies, but made it a point to watch Jawan in theater. Got good seats. Picture अच्छी होती तो और ज़्यादा मजा. but
I was
full
just with- yeah.
full love for SRK for
Hmm.
making his debut entry in South Indian industry.
I agree. Totally agree. Very good. You know what? I watched Jawan as well, okay, as you mentioned, and we had this vehement discussion as well when we met. Why Jawan worked for me, or rather for people in the north, because they're not used to seeing South Indian movies per se, and then you end up combining 5-6 Atlee movies at once, 5-6 Atlee movies at once, and becomes Jawan.
Yeah,
So
the
that's why it
public
works for a lot of people. And
exactly.
dude, SRK, to yaar, and it's I don't know why. Okay, there is the thing when you see SRK in that ultra testosterone macho level nonsense, you end up like, okay, fuck, this is so cool. I don't know. This is because you're so
I know.
used to seeing the good side of SRK na, in most movies. Like you end up seeing like the Kalhona of the world. You end up saying you
My
Mehuna
name is
also
Khan.
for most of the movie was a movie. So that is that is peak Shah Rukh. I'm talking about more recent Shah Rukh. What कौन सा है high octane action movie was Pathan, and now this Jawan,
That
which
also
are
worked actually. Pathan made
work.
money. Pathan
See,
made money.
Pathan worked because of politics as well. Let's not get into that. Jawan worked not because of politics, but also because of politics in certain ways. Okay. I think his third movie, which is going to come out, Donkey with Rajkumar Hiranand, is going to be fucking epic. That much I can. I don't
hope
know
it
why.
doesn't
I
flop.
can vouch.
I hope
I
it doesn't
I
flop.
can see the
Yeah.
progress, right, from Pathan to Jawan. Now the next one I know is
Donkey
going
is going to be great. It's
Yeah.
it's what Ranbir thought is going to be, but it didn't. When you remember, there was a time when Ranbir Kapoor 3 movies released at back to back: Wake Up Sid, Rocket Singh, and Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani. So Wake Up Sid released, and then
Super duper hit.
Ajab Prem Ki great movie, but it worked mediocre. Okay, Ajay Prem Ki Gazab Kahani released, fucking
Super
killed it
hit.
at the box office.
For
Killed
some
it at
reason.
the box office.
For some reason.
He didn't expect that. Okay.
Yeah.
And he thought it was going to be a flop. And then the Rocket Scene got released very next month, dude. I
Flop.
once saw तीनों movie at the I'm like क्या बेंचो क्या रणबीर सिंह है क्या अभी so it was very and Rocket Singh flopped because they had too much of Ranbir after a point. We were like बेंचो क्या है ये अभी Wake Up Sid is there this that. So I think that sort of but at least in Shah Rukh 3 movies in a year and all of them 2 movies being great hits, a third one almost sure shot be a great hit is a freaking great achievement. But in all
No,
honesty,
but yeah, like I was just saying Wikipedia tech guy, but after 2013 he didn't have like any good movies, bro. SRK.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Why do you think
2013.
Pathan made money?
It made money because of that, don't it? It drived. See, after a point when you have like stardom heroes, it doesn't. If
Bro,
the movie
10
flops,
years
even if
of
it
flop
flops,
movies.
no. Here's the thing: even if it flops, the story has to be fuck all to flop. Okay, if it's mediocre story with some sort of connection with the audience, it's going to break all records. You take any movie you take Shah Rukh's movie, you take Salman's movie, it's going to go because public is not going there expecting कि मेरे को आमिर खान level of movie or storytelling मेरे को देखने मिलेगा. Purely using Amir Khan as an example, even though he makes fuck all movies like Dhoom 3 at times, because he has made great movies as well, like where the storytelling is much higher on scale compared to the other Khans.
Yeah, Lal Singh Chadda, right? No.
Lal Singh Chadda was
worked good. It worked for me. I went with the really low expectations.
Didn't it flop?
It flopped because of political reasons.
Politics now again. So it flopped, but it works.
Yeah. But yeah, people when it came to OTT, a lot of people are like, "Oh, good movie, measured in theaters."
It is good. It is a good.
It's good. Yeah. It's not bad, dude. It's like it's such a honest remake of it. You can see the love and everything put it in the movie by Amir Khan.
Yeah, you can't discredit Amir's work, dude. I don't think there is any, like, you can take any movie of Amir, for example, in the past 15, 20 years, and you can't discredit his acting, dude. Like, phenomenal actor. But I don't think Shah Rukh or Salman like come close to that when it comes to like sure box office records and stuff great, but
it's an unfair comparison.
unfair comparison भी है, वो भी है.
Yeah, that banda looks for quality. These people look for कितना slow motion डालो, कितना पीट रहे हो तुम. Public कितना
But
check
you know,
करेगी.
in all fairness also, there was a point where SRK and Salman, for that matter, were making decent movies for like storytelling purposes as well. There was My Name is Khan, which was fucking great. So I really, one of my favorite films to watch. Like, it's one of those movies I can't watch every time. I need to be in the specific mood. So that defines how good a movie it is for me. Like, I can't watch it every time, but I have to be in that specific space in my mind to watch that movie. So My Name is Khan is sort of that movie for me. And the songs in that movie work incredibly well for me. It's like perfect movie for me, like proper recipe. Every song that it's on my playlist, like char song, char panch, almost everything was on my playlist. So it's pretty cool. So that and
coming back to you, what movies you would recommend?
Recommendation, dude. I watched recently. I've been watching a lot of documentaries, to be honest. So documentaries in the sense ki geopolitics and stuff. A lot of it. There was this one documentary that I watched, which hasn't. I use VPN to watch it, so I don't know if I can recommend it. It is on like While We Watched karke there is this movie of Ravish Kumar. Ravish Kumar is a NDTV journalist, ex-NDTV journalist, rather. So it's an amazing movie, heartbreaking but amazing movie. It's like people should watch that movie. It's like how we have, or rather after 2015, a whole system of democracy, a democratic element, which was the media, was destroyed. And how there was one journalist who was standing facing the wrath of trolls and abuse and death threats and rape threats and stuff, and still continuing his principles and the struggle that he faced throughout, like with proof and stuff, and the haunting nights that it came while he was covering up stories, while also seeing his colleagues leave the scene because NDTV was falling apart with no funding and stuff. So it's sort of a documentary on that, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like if you want to watch a lot of, or rather if you are interested in geopolitics of the world politics or anything for that matter, genocide of the Middle East or anything like that, you can definitely tune into watching documentaries published by PBS, US organization. There is Frontline करके एक channel है, वो लोग आके मस्त बनाता है, 1.5 घंटे 2 घंटे का documentary है. There is one documentary that I would like to recommend, which is empowering documentary but a very heartbreaking documentary, is Once Upon a Time in Iraq. So it's being narrated by the people of Iraq, going from the events of 2000 to 2018, I guess. I'm not really sure of the timeline. Like for going from 2000 to 2018 and what happened. Like going from Saddam Hussein's, destruction to the civil war that happened in Iraq between the two communities involved there, to the rise of ISIS and how whole country was destroyed, while also destroying the harmonial relationships between people of the same religion but of different communities. So it sort of sheds light in that aspect. So it's pretty cool. So like it's heartbreaking, sure, and also there is like you see certain good elements of amazing people, strong-willed people narrating documentaries and telling how they saved people as well from ISIS elements and stuff. So it's fucking cool. There's this one lady who I would like to talk about, who say like basically ISIS was like outside the gates and she saved like 100 people who like उसको घर पे रखा. 100 people were escaping from a village and she had kept them in their house while ISIS came and she did not budge them out. So it was great, dude. Like, so when whole thing you're narrating and you end up seeing these things, you're like, fuck, dude, this is pretty cool. So now that the serious stuff is out of the way, I'll end up saying two fun stuff that I watched, which go to Welcome. Welcome is pretty cool, guys. Welcome देखा है तुम लोग? Welcome देखा ही होगा obviously. Dude, क्या movie है?
Cult classic.
Cult classic है, dude. And it's only recently that I noticed उसपे गाली भी है. This is censored. Yeah.
Then
आमिर खान, अनिल कपूर का कैरेक्टर फुल गाली देता है 2-3 बार, 4 बार सेंसर किया है. Okay, so that one time that I will tell you where the censor has happened is when the first time he calls Ghungru Seth and he's like demanding extortion money. ऐसा खोका भेज, and I'm like, and then when he cuts the call, he's like, ये तो मेरी माँ चोद रहा है. He's like, I'm not even kidding. It's censored. And I'm like, dude, नहीं यार, ये तो है. So ऐसा 3-4 times this has happened. I'm not kidding. Please go and watch just to relive that. ठीक है. तो ये सही था.
I'm gonna watch. And is it always Anil Kapoor swearing?
Yeah, it's always Anil Kapoor swearing. It's always. It's so funny. It's so funny thing. Anil Kapoor just swear. There's one dialogue when he is like, Akshay Kumar is sort of like trying to convince Anil Kapoor to, or rather breaking the news that he can't go out on the date because RDX और कोई सा ये कर लेगा. And he's sort of like, आपकी वजह से ही आके शूटिंग रुक गई थी, आपने आके खामखा थप्पड़ मार दिया था. And Anil Kapoor is sort of like, ए भाई वो तो तुम्हारा दोस्त है, so can you please convince him to start the shooting? And you're like, नहीं वो बहुत जिद्दी डायरेक्टर है, नहीं मानेगा. कैसा नहीं मानेगा, उसका बाप भी मारेगा. ये चलो. वो that whole scene is so ingrained and मैं 10 बार rewind करके देखा है वो.
I remember sharing this with you guys earlier also. I don't know if we were recording or not back then, but I made my brother watch Welcome Peace Saal. Okay, and he was watching the movie, and he's like, "ये तो meme है."
Yeah. ये तो meme है. That whole movie is a meme. It's a meme fest. It's literally a meme fest. Like क्या dialogue है? अरे dude, there is this when Paresh Rawal is sort of like hanging from the building and shoe falls onto the Anil Kapoor and he's like, अबे बिना पेड़ के फल. What is this dialogue? What are these dialogues that are written? So that was pretty cool. And also, Krithin, you like this? I rewent and watched Go Goa Gone again. So
I listened to the album, dude.
Babaji ki booty.
I also watched it this month.
कौन सा? क्या?
Go Goa Gone.
Go Goa Gone. How did you like it?
I'm happy for it. I'm happy.
Oh, I loved it.
I'm happy for you guys.
Like, ये मैंने पहले क्यों नहीं देखा?
I rewatched it, dude. I watched
Delhi
it.
से हूँ.
Delhi से हूँ bench.
I was looking forward to that scene. Okay, thanks to you guys. I was like, अब बोलेगा, and then he goes, आप ना पूरे देसी लगते हो, and I was like, हाँ दिल्ली से हूँ bench. मजा आ गया.
But you know the fun thing about that movie is not the abuse. It's Kunal Khemu's side commentary at times. Have you seen वो मतलब when Saif Ali Khan gets angry at a lot of times because you're not able to understand simple sign languages, Kunal Khemu just a side में आके वो बोल रहा है हिंदी language में बोले टॉप शराब थोड़ी खेलूंगा. ये आके चिल्ला के नहीं बोल सकता था हम लोग को, उनको कैसा मालूम पड़ता. So there are 2-3 instances.
Then this guy, right, the guy who has a job and everything, he goes and Kunal Khemu has a sex with a zombie. The person who becomes into a zombie, it is like 1 1s are 2 8s are what is 13 table 12 का table. It's like उसके लिए तो like उगांडा का कैपिटल क्या उगांडा.
I don't remember who suggests, but like I don't know if it was Kunal Khemu.
And I didn't know this, but it was directed by Rajan TK.
Yeah, Rajan TK.
Yeah,
that's the reason I love Rajan TK a lot.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I like
idea.
Rajan TK. That's the reason.
It's directed by Rajan TK.
Rajan TK. Cool. So there might be a part 2. There might be a part.
I'm scared, dude. I'm scared.
Right?
But they're not going to make it.
No need. no need only.
Even Delhi Belly might get a part 2.
नहीं चाहिए.
If Imran Khan comes back, then sure.
Yeah, with the original cast. The original cast is not that
I
good.
mean,
Hey,
I
Veerdas,
watched
no,
all
it
three.
won't work. Abhi Veerdas
Don't
ka
do
wo, he has reached, you know, that stardom
Okay.
thing that doesn't work now.
Go,
Sorry,
but Go's entire album is also good, dude.
I agree.
Who-
Totally.
चूस ले वनडे से बाबा जी के
खून
बूटी तक.
चूस ले तू मेरा खून चूस ले मंडे खून.
Bloody Monday. Hey, they're like,
गालो गालो गलत गालो.
no, that's the
Hey, fuck off,
amazing.
okay?
Hey, wait.
नहीं अभी छोड़ दे. अभी
Hey, that's
अभी
like
से
really
कभी
good
नहीं है.
lines. So, they say that, what do you say for
जा रे जा कबूतर जा मैं नहीं
नहीं
जाना.
नहीं जाना
मैं नहीं जाना
बिस्तर को छोड़ के
खून चूस ले तू.
मेरा खून चूस ले. Yeah, the video is also funny. You have to see the video.
ये
I'll give
एपिसोड मंडे को रिलीज कर.
रील रिलीज करेंगे इसको मंडे को.
Yeah, but if you listen to lines, they say like Man or Shanivar or something, that you put the flag in the heart. So that's the reason you have something they say. I forgot the lyrics of it, but listen to the lyrics closely. It's like too good. And the ending of Baba Ji Ki Booty is also funny.
Oh, it's
Baba Ji Ki Booty.
Okay, so we've made the switch from movies to songs now.
Yeah,
no,
songs.
not yet. Not yet. Wait.
अरे
बोल.
Yeah.
मैंने अपना पूरा जवान का स्टोरी तो तुमको बताया ही नहीं.
हाँ बोलना.
बहुत अच्छे से तुम लोगों ने हाईजैक किया मेरी बातों.
मैंने नहीं किया, उसने किया. Mansplain किया उसने.
I take accountability. I apologize. Sorry. बोलो.
नहीं, दोनों ने किया. दोनों take accountability later. अभी.
Yes.
Like I said, मेरे को मूवी उतनी कुछ खास नहीं लगी, but like Nikhil mentioned, because it's SRK in this role and everything, right? The entire time I was screaming at the top of my voice. वो उंगली उठाता और हम चिल्लाना शुरू करते. So I feel SRK effect is not just the story of the movie and everything, but SRK in himself.
Correct.
वो अंदर से तुम्हारे अंदर का फैन जाग उठता है. जबरा फैन रेफरेंस.
जबरा फैन है. हाय रे जबरा फैन हो गया. I don't know why I just start singing just to prove a point कि मेरे को मालूम है.
देखो निखिल, मुझे पता है तुम्हें मालूम है. We listen to similar music when it comes to Bollywood.
Correct. Totally.
So yeah, I felt that, and उसके बाद में Instagram took over the whole thing, right? Especially South Indian meme pages that you take at like a 4-5 movie, and how South Indian audience watching Jawan felt like, अरे ये तो वो वाला पिक्चर है, अरे ये तो ये वाला पिक्चर है, and everything. And at the end you put the whole thing in Money Heist का concept.
Fair enough.
आगे मैं क्या बोलूं इसको रैप अप करने के लिए, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
You did not think this through even after all the mansplaining that we did.
SRK का मूवी मतलब SRK का मूवी गाइस.
No यार, that's
थिएटर में देखा करो, थिएटर में जाके चिल्लाया करो, चीखो चिल्लाओ, शो लव दैट मैन.
अरे मैं लूक्स में गया. मैं लूक्स में गया, ठीक है, कोई चिल्ला रहा ही नहीं है, मैं ही आगे चूतिया माफिक. I was just screaming. I was like, why am I screaming? But still I'm screaming. Like, I scream, I regret, I scream, I regret. I'm like, कोई नहीं चिल्ला रहा है.
I have to share this one part, okay? So the movie में when that little girl is talking to Shahrukh and she's like, should I call you, मैं आपको पापा बुलाऊं या डैडी बुलाऊं? हमारे ऑडियंस से एक जन बोलता है अब्बा बुला. Forget the movie. इनके कमेंट में जितनी हंसी आई.
That's very funny. Very funny.
मजा आ गया. This is why I like watching movies at Satyam, Escape.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
तुम्हारी वाइब मैच होती है ऑडियंस के साथ में.
Mr. Nikhil Jain.
Yeah.
You, me, and guns
Hmm.
were laughing for all the jokes in Oppenheimer.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Because of us, two people thought, oh, we can also laugh for them, and they were laughing with us.
True.
Okay. Oppenheimer itself, he laughed. Jawani can shout, okay.
Oh no! I shouted. I love shouting. That's not the point. It's just when people were not doing it, I'm like, why are people not doing it? I was mad at people. I'm like, kya kar raha hai ye log? It's not a way to consume. So I felt mad at me for watching the movie in IMAX. Pahla to ye. And I was like, देख यार मस्त चल रहा है, मेरे को पैसा वसूल करना है, मैं तो चिल्लाएगा. So I was fully screaming. People were not reacting that way. So I was like, fuck dude, I wanted people to react that and I want to watch this movie in like, let's say a Galaxy Theater kind of vibe, you know, where public पागल हो रहा है, नाच रहा है, कुछ भी कर रहा है. So that's sort of a thing where like you have to, the ultimate charm of watching such masala movies is is how you are invested in it inside the theater, where you are screaming and a mass scene ends up coming and you end up screaming. The ultimate system ko bachayega wala thing kind of vibe, when it ends up happening, you end up screaming a lot more. So like when chorus scream ends up happening, it elevates the experience tenfold, na? Which was not happening that day. Even then I was like, I liked it and I wanted to watch the movie, but then nahi hua. Second time, sorry.
तो तुम IMAX में जाओगे तो फिर कैसे चलेगा? या तो तुम पिक्चर क्वालिटी देखो या ऑडियंस क्वालिटी देखो.
Okay, here's the thing, मैं चूतिया नहीं हूँ, सुदीप चूतिया है. मैं बोला उसको चलते आई नो, मेरा मुंह देख के लगता है कि मैं IMAX जाऊंगा. मैं Oppenheimer IMAX नहीं गया. So I was like, dude, let's go IMAX. And he was like, no bro, shitty quality, let's not. I'm okay. कहाँ चलना है सर? आपको खाली लूक्स में अवेलेबल है और फिनिक्स में, फोरम मॉल में अवेलेबल नहीं है. फोरम मॉल हरामजादे लोग, dude, I'm not even kidding. They added a show next day. मतलब मैं बुक किया 2 दिन रिलीज होने के बाद they added a show for the next day. I'm like fucking, वो छोड़ दिया. Anyway, so I went, but worth it. The sound effect, everything was worth it. Just the audience experience. So I won't recommend, ladies and gentlemen, to go and watch Hindi movies on IMAX when it's a masala movie.
We would instead recommend that you go to the most sasta theater possible so that you can enjoy with the fans.
I mean, थोड़ा अच्छा theater चले जाओ.
Woodlands.
I don't know if चेन्नई के सस्ता थिएटर में जवान या हिंदी पिक्चर डालेगा.
Yeah, but
सब जगह डाला है. सब जगह
तमिल में डाला होगा ना रे.
No, हिंदी also है, सब में डाला.
Nice. तो फिर ईगा थिएटर जाओ, वहाँ पे मारवाड़ी मिलेगा.
भोजपुरी.
हमारे लोग पायरेसी वाले वीडियोस देखते हैं.
यार ये मैं तुम लोग को मालूम है मैं बहुत लेजी है आजकल. आई कांट रियली कट. तुम लोग फिर भी कर रहा है.
निखिल से काम करवाना है, इसलिए हम ऐसी बातें ताकि ये कट करे.
But anyway,
bro, he won't miss the episode.
yeah, fuck off. Anyway, so what are the, now that we are, any other movies that you would like to recommend, or rather we'll move to a different category now?
Different category.
Let's move on.
बहुत हो गया movies.
बहुत देर से बात कर रहे हैं.
बहुत देर हो गया. हाँ. So okay, ultimate. So let's move to a different genre. Music, because we haven't really talk much. We recommend, हमने playlist बनाया sure, but we didn't really recommend as a music per se. We didn't really deeply talk about it. So what are the music that you would like to, anything that you recently discovered that you would like to recommend? Please share.
Bro,
I can start. Yeah, तो बोल Krithin बोल.
But
Krithin Shiwani.
Have you it's been a long time. Even after listening to a podcast only, they even asked, when's the last time you listened to an music album from top to bottom without shuffle?
I have never.
After that point, I mean, it's been like a year or two. I'm trying to put myself to listen to any music album. I take it, I download it in Spotify and listen to it without shuffle. Because what happens is that even a lot of artists raise the case against Spotify that shuffle was already turned on or something. Then after that, you have to click shuffle or not shuffle. So what happens is that when you listen to a lot of, again, Indian songs, movies you leave, but most of them has a story. It's a really good movie and the music that is really good. It has a proper story. You listen to it. If you're listening to any indie band or anything, the story has a start, the whole album has a start, the album has a between pause, and it has a proper end. So I've been trying to listen to it like that. So recently, and 2 albums I listened to it. One was Rafta's new album. I'm a big rap guy, dude. Rafta's new album. The album is good. It's like Hard Drive Volume 1. Let me be correct. So I listened to this song as Jashan Hai Hip Hop. Bro.
Oh, I've listened to this. Nice.
Jashan Hai Hip Hop. The starting.
Crazy.
The starting. If you can please play it for the audience, I'll be really happy, Nikhil.
अरे पर मेरे को ये कॉपीराइट आ जाए मेरे को
स्टार्टिंग 4 सेकंड 5 सेकंड कुछ नहीं होगा.
देख अगर ऑडियंस यहाँ तक आ गई है ना एपिसोड के तो बोल दे वो देख सुन लेंगे.
So there's something I like rap music mainly because there's something not sampling. So it's like because you can take the old music, put your own twist to the beat or anything, and so the starting of it they have taken from some random Hindi movie or some scene, and it goes, then it get hypes and the tabla or the beat drops. There's a tabla bang two times in that thing, then it drops, then Raftar comes and sings, raps, and he has a Pakistani rapper with him. So. And he's like, bro, you both fight. You are like, hey, India, Pakistan is different, but we both are like, bye. We both have a proper maintained distance. And he raps. And both of them, bro, it is my alarm. Okay. It's because when I listen to the song, I get pumped up. Morning 7 a.m. it's ringing. I'm like, banging my head. Yeah. I have to wake up. So Jashan Hai Hip Hop. For some reason, it's like proper good. Then again, another rap recommendation. That's this guy known as Paul Dabba.
Yeah, he's from Puliandop.
Yeah, Puliandop. I said it to Shiwani Singh, like, hey, he's from Puliandop. So he has this new single known as 170 centimeter because it's his height. The song, I don't know if people love the song or not because it's like proper Tamil rap. You have to follow Tamil rap to understand that. But watch it for the skit. It's like amazing skit. So it's like 4 minutes or 5 minutes of video. It starts with a story. And it's been a long time I saw any rap video like that. It starts with a story and ends with it. There's just guys singing, hey, money, drugs, girls, bitches.
No, money.
Hey, but அந்த இடத்துல அந்த பாட்டுக்கு ரீசன் இருக்கு, காசு போன துட்டு மணிக்கு. But this song like properly starts with it. And he's also a dancer too. So this guy dances also. There's certain shots. Please for the skit, watch it for the video, how he has taken. This single guy wrote the music, directed it. It's like his creative vision. It's too good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the starting is that there'll be a wall behind it. This is the thing. So the thing is that the windows will be there. It will be changing from one location to one location. And the windows will look real as fuck. To bring that minute things. It's really good. Just watch it for this skit. Then another song, rap song which I liked was Hanuman Kind. There is another rapper, like Mallu rapper, but he raps in English, dude. He raps in English. He's from Bangalore. He's settled in Bangalore. So his song was like Go to Sleep Karke. There's this song which released like 8 months ago. And it's sort of a nod to or a homage to Fight Club.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Fight Club. So if you
so it doesn't mention Fight Club, right?
It doesn't mention Fight Club. No.
Rule 1.
Screw it, bro. We are grown up. It has a lot of the entire starting scene is he's trying to sleep. He has a light. Baji mein Fight Club ka book hai. And that's how it starts.
Nice.
So he brings up what he raps on Project Mayhem. I've been doing this since AM. I think it's Project Mayhem. I like, yeah, bring it. So that's one proper scene where this guy, Tyler Durden, beats up Jared Leto, I guess. Jared Leto or something. Okay, or some guy. No, not Jared Leto. He beats a random guy and he gets up like this and he walks. So this guy pays a homage by recreating the same scene. So it works for me. And Jord Indian's Nasser plays a like cameo like role. If you watch Jord Indian, Nasser is there. So that guy is there. Then another Pakistani, wait, I forgot this guy's name. I like him. So Hassan Rahim.
Hassan Rahim, okay.
Yeah. So he dropped his new album known as Maybe It's Love. Okay.
Achha.
So yeah, album is good. I like the song as Aisa Hi Hoon Usme. It's like chill vibe. Aisa Hi Hoon. The video is also good. Like just listen to it. So song, yeah, and another Pakistani rappers. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Talha Anjum or
Talha Arjun.
Talha Anjum. Anjum.
Okay.
Okay.
Talha Anjum, correct.
Anjum. So this guy is so it's really good work here, like proper underground or something. And his song Down as a Dusk released. His songs are like about love and everything. Bro, the song it released like few months ago. It was crazy hit. And this guy released randomly. I'm getting recommendations of that song in my camp. Girls who listen to Tala Anjum wife material. ऐसे आ रहा है
क्या बात है
ऐसे आ रहा है in my Instagram. So Instagram में there's something known as not search, but there's a what option क्या बोलते हैं that compass option. So if you click it, people which you are not following or anything in desktop it comes and you can go through. I find some new artist or new reels. So in this it's coming. I'm like, why it is coming? I know this song. It's been for a long time out. Then I saw this guy released the video like 2 days or 3 days ago. But proper. You want to cry that you lost your love. You want to cry. Listen to his songs, dude. Listen to his songs. Like
Jagjit Singh. I recommend Jagjit Singh. But bol. Sorry, I'll recommend later. Bol.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Again, it's mostly rap. Rafta's Jackson Hey Hip Hop, dude. Since I listen to that song, I'm like vibing. Oh, too hard. The lyrics are amazing. And Paul Dabba's 170 centimeters is good. I randomly posted it as a story. One person is like, bro, thanks. I'm like, why? No, I listened to his nice recommendation. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Well, that really helps. No? That's a pretty cool thing to just great compliment, honestly. Like somebody ends up going, it's a cool recommendation. I liked it. I watched it and stuff. I consumed something. It's pretty cool. Nice.
Watch it for the video, dude. Paul Dabba 170 meter. He had one song known as, I actually said to Shiwani because I listened to his song before meeting Shiwani, and he says that Puliandop. He's from Puliandop. And Shiwani saying, hey, I'm from Puliandop. I'm like, bro, this guy you listen. He mentions Puliandop.
Just clarifying, not from Puliandop. Yeah. It's a compliment and
yeah. It's a
brain fart.
Brain fart. It's like a degrading thing. Say.
No, it's not degrading. It's not degrading. Definitely not degrading. But है रे वो word याद नहीं आ रहा बीच में आएगा तो मैं highlight करेगी. But this part about guy, he comes from the same community from as my kids. Okay, and by my kids, no folks who are listening, no, not my kids. कुछ बच्चों को पढ़ाया है, कुछ अच्छे काम किए हैं, and I was teaching in Puliantop community, so I understand where this Paldaba guy is coming from. The content, the material that he brings in his songs, right? I listen it because I know he's inspiring my kids as well, and this is what my kids are going to, they become fans, and when my kids become fan, that person becomes like super hit. That I've seen this over the last 3-4 years, right? And it's जैसे Krithin was saying ना कि उसका direction वो खुद किया, choreography खुद किया, lyrics खुद लिखा, गाया भी खुद and everything, and how beautiful it was. It just speaks about the talent these people hold. And if Paul Dabba was not Paul Dabba and famous, the same quality and everything, or not viral, it would have gone like people wouldn't have known about him. He's still fucking talented, right? And I feel that again, this might be a little very gyani or something, but these communities do have these talent. Ye Gully Boy aaya tha, right? It showed what a Gully ka boy is capable of and how talented he is and everything. There are so many other Gully Boys, there's so many other Paul Dabbas out there that are just waiting to be discovered.
So I think there is also this thing कि they are just doing it for the fuck of it. Like they're just one escape. हाँ, they were like, मेरे को क्या करना है, मेरे को तो मजा आ रहा है कर रहा हूँ. That is the ultimate form of expressing your art. Is when you end up doing it as a free to express yourself in the ways that nobody taught you or allowed you to do it. So there is this thing now where you break your shackle there. You end up saying you are not allowed to because it's not for you. You end up saying that, and then the initial barrier to break for them is to keep being bhencho tu kaun hai mere ko bolne wala. So that is the initial barrier, and when they break that barrier and then end up creating something as beautiful as you as talked about, which I'm going to be checking out soon, it creates an ultimate form of art and freedom to express that art, and they just do it for the fuck of it because they're like मेरे को मजा आ रहा है. This in itself is a victory for me. Is what, and whatever that ends up happening after a point, sure, it's great, but this the ability for me to do it, express it, and just perform and do whatever I want to is in itself is an achievement for them. It's a fucking cool thing as well, and it's an important thing that these people are, any person should be recognized in any limit of form. It's very important. हम लोग इन्फ्लुएंसर को इन्फ्लुएंस बना के लेके चले जाता है, झाड़ बराबर टैलेंट नहीं है. हाँ,
I hope people
क्या
what did you say people should find these guys, recognize their talent. I hope they recognize our podcast and find our podcast.
Oh wow. No, I won't.
Good connection, no?
That's good connection, but I did not meant it that.
No, but it applies here, right? We are doing it because we are enjoying it. We enjoy each other's company. We enjoy talking about these things.
Dude, but that's the thing. When as I'm doing this in itself is feeling like victory, because I started this 2 years back with absolutely nothing, and to a point where I have reached where I've seen myself grow in different ways, and the way I'm talking, with the way I'm speaking, the way that I'm using my tech, I'm able to meet people is in itself is a huge thing for me. It helps me a lot. It helped me a lot, and it's continuing to help me a lot. So this in itself feels like a victory to me. That ability for me to continue doing this over a consistent basis. So I mean, I've been doing it for 2 years now. So it is a part of me. It per se, like अगर नहीं होता तो 2-3 महीने में छोड़ देता, which hasn't happened. So to keep doing it and to continue keep doing it and to not have this thing in the new it will stop is something that I look forward to. So it's pretty cool that way. But yeah, as you told, हम लोग there needs to be this talent recognition happening a lot more, and I think, you know what, I feel there is somewhere ban of TikTok didn't help, because क्या हुआ?
Reels came, no.
Reels came, but no, dude, TikTok it hasn't matched. It hasn't matched because you know what? It pisses me off because TikTok was a medium for everybody. It was a medium for everybody where a lot of artists were being discovered. You know, this supposedly small town artists were being discovered, and a lot of people couldn't like fathom. We found it cringe, apparently. Disgusting thing to think. But
people like
a lot of I didn't follow it. I was like, dude, for you to just express yourself in a way in itself is an achievement. For us to be branding it like cringe or whatever, like fuck it. So my problem, and I think banning TikTok did not help, or rather there's not an alternate platform now. Instagram hai, but Instagram's algorithm fucking sucks.
I'll bitch about Instagram, though. I'll say about Instagram.
I don't like Instagram at one point. Like I like Instagram, but not that there is some thing where I don't like. So as an alternative, it hasn't really worked that well. So TikTok hasn't, because of the ban of TikTok, I think there has been stagnation of us discovering talent in that aspect. I don't think that has happened a lot. At least मेरे को तो ये दिखता है. That's what I see. Like for a lot of people, let's say what you end up saying, Pal Dabba, if he end up posting something on TikTok, his virality would have been much higher rather than, you know, whatever. I think that's the case because it's creativity वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा enhance होने में, it gets like you get viral a lot more quicker than let's say a YouTube, than let's say an Instagram, because algorithm is not supporting you, and when your talent is dependent on an algorithm, that's when it stagnates your growth for somebody as talented as him who has worked so hard to put out content. So yeah, that is one 2 cents that I have. But yeah, let's go. Yeah.
One thing about Instagram is that it's not random read. I was always thinking why most of the reels which is getting suggested, the background is always nice, the guys are good looking. Correct. Yeah. So the point is Instagram just pushes that up. So it pushes your high quality videos.
Disgusting, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot. See, most of my friends will be like, hey, needhalam paaka matta, you'll only see high quality stuff. I'm like, bro, it's not recommending for me. Then I started to, hence what I do is that I use my Instagram in desktop and it's really shitty. Okay. And it's shitty and you can't use it like you use it in the phone. So what happens? Hence I text Shiwani people fast. So what happens is that I scrolled on, find which is not okay, which is something different than what I really generally consume. I scroll. If I get bored, I scroll. If I find something funny or something different, then I send it to people. That's what I'm doing. It's just that. Then another thing, Instagram pushes high quality video. The production quality which is high, it pushes that. I can't say that, hey, I read it somewhere, but I have been seeing.
No, I have been seeing.
And it only pushes good-looking people. Good-looking people do.
Correct. For sure. मैं ये discuss करना है dude. Next episode पे we'll discuss Instagram being a fucking chutiya at times, but fair enough. I am posting my content on Instagram as well, sure, but it is still chutiya at times. But moving on.
Folks,
Back to
don't forget
songs.
to follow.
Shiwani.
Don't forget to follow stories. बोलना पड़ता है यार.
Correct, I agree. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, please. That would be.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel now.
We have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe.
Songs. Back to songs.
Songs. Because Nikhil also mentioned Jagjit Singh. I was listening to one of his classics last week. Hence, I'm recommending one. मैं भूल गई थी ये गाना. There's a song, होठों से छू लो तो.
होठों से छू लो. Superb गाना है. Love it.
There is this one line there. I don't want to be wrong.
Go on.
I don't want to be wrong.
Go on. Wait करते हैं. Jagjit Singh has lots of classics. मतलब.
Yeah, he says, "बन जाओ मीत मेरी प्रीत अमर कर दो."
अमर हो.
I fell in love with this song.
अरे, every time you drink, you listen to Jagjit Singh, कैसे आंख से आंसू नहीं आते देखता हूँ मैं.
We don't drink.
Next time we don't. ना Nikhil भूल गया.
Yeah, we don't drink. Like, I am talking about me. Like, I am talking about me at times when I drink. When I end up drinking water.
Water. So
because that is my way to get high. So that is my thing. Just purely my thing.
Water is the secret of our energy.
Energy, yeah. Or Jagjit Singh songs because it makes me cry. Helps me. Dehydration hota nahi to. Anyway. So yeah, please Shiwani, you will continue.
Or it is CH2OOH. Chemical formula.
No, Nikhil, I want to test this out. I want to test this theory that you just said. Next time we drink, let's drink water and listen to Jagjit Singh.
Let's drink, yeah.
And let the water flow.
Let the water flow. आप बोलो, उसके बाद मैं contribute करता हूँ.
When you can, this one C2H5OH.
अबे यहाँ पे केमिस्ट्री क्या चल रहा है? बस हो गया. Nobody is.
जोक खत्म हो गया.
बोल.
So Jagjit Singh ka this song I was listening like on repeat last week. I don't know. I had like different emotions in my head, and this song somewhere helped me out. Then randomly, I really love how randomly I discover certain artists and songs. Okay. I was listening. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this artist called Raghav Chaitanya.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, suna? I heard his cover versions of the songs that already exist Bollywood mein. And then I got curious because it was so soothing. Yaar, iski आवाज इतनी अच्छी है. And when he sings, "Oh re manma tu to babra," I'm just like, oh. And then I got to like, he got me curious. So I Googled him and everything. I realized I've been listening to a song wrongly thinking it's Arjit Singh.
Okay, कौन सा गाना बोलिए?
थप्पड़ मूवी देखी है?
यार समझ गया. एक टुकड़ा धूप.
Exactly. For some reason, it sounded like Arjit Singh in my head.
if you want to ऐसा मेरा भी हुआ है with another song पाकिस्तानी सिंगर का एक है but आप recommend करो I would tell उसका alternative as well.
बताना please बताना. So yes, I discovered Raghav Chaitanya and I love his songs. I love his voice. His voice is like so soothing, so calming. It can put you to sleep like properly. Love that. Apart from that, I am really glad that I introduced Nikhil to T-Series mixtape.
T-Series mixtape. Nice.
It also gave me a chance to reconnect. मैंने बहुत दिनों से नहीं सुना था, तो जब से तुमको वो playlist भेजा ना, तब से I've been listening to it back and forth. And there's this one song that I really love. It's Ayushmann Khurrana's.
Oh, fair.
अरे नहीं रे कृतिन, रुक. मेरा मन and यही हूँ मैं. इसका mixtape.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, both good songs. I still remember.
Beautiful. I mean, I feel like I've started liking Ayushmann Khurrana songs after I heard this one. And
fair enough.
I've started consciously liking Ayushmann Khurrana songs. It's not like I wait for him to come in a song or something like that. But उसके पिक्चर के जब गाने बजते हैं ना, अबे रुकना, क्या नाच रहा है ड्रीम गर्ल उसके पिक्चर के जब गाने बजते हैं या उसने कोई गाना गाया है, loving it. So I think Jagjit Singh ji Zindabad. My dad is a big fan. I didn't understand why he was a big fan when I was a kid, but now I get it.
Now you get it. No, yeah.
Now I get it. Now I think the two of us can vibe to Jagjit Singh ji and drink some water and cry some tears.
Yeah, cry some tears.
So yes, so Jagjit Singh ji, Zindabad, Raghav Chaitanya has my heart, and Ayushmann Khurrana for
T-Series mix.
So that movie is Nautanki Sala, another favorite movie.
Yeah, मेरा मन, yeah, Nautanki Sala.
Krithin तेरे को मैं mixtape भेजती है, you'll forget the original. I swear.
Bro, and यही हूँ मैं.
Also, मेरा मन was not sung by Ayushmann Khurrana. Just saying.
You have that version is there because
he did.
मेरा मन
his
was
version
not
is
sing. It was sung by Falak Shabir.
Oh,
Nautanki Sala.
So too much reality.
It
was sung by Falak Shabir.
Hey, but Nautanki Sala, I would say there are two old songs. I listened to the remix first, then I went and listened to the old songs, and I'm like, wow, I like both of them.
ऐसा बहुत गाने. So okay, so I'll recommend तुम लोग को.
Go on.
Let me introduce you to the world of Qawwali.
Old and remix. Okay.
But you want to see, here's the thing. I'm not really a remix person. I'll be very honest. Okay, I'm not really much of a remix person because मेरे को वो soul essence of I'm used to listening to the songs which are is there. So when you combine two things, it mixes emotions for me. So I don't know. It doesn't work for me that well. I'm not sure. I've tried, but it doesn't work for me. Itna. I love the way it's being remixed, but I wouldn't go back and listen to it on a consistent level. So वैसा है. So let's say if I end up finding a song recently और मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा, उसपे एक story attached है. So there is a story element attached in the song which I end up liking and I'm connecting with an emotion, which is why I keep replaying it over and over again till a point ki I'll be like, okay, let me just not play it to a point ki I get fed up of the song. So I want to cherish it, keep it. But when it comes to mixtape, there is a wow factor attached through which I'm not able to I'm able to appreciate the creativity, but I'm not able to connect with the emotion much. I don't know why. So that has been the thing that I've faced when it comes to remixes more. So mixtapes or remixes for that matter. So mera ye hai. So when I've been listening to a lot of old school Bollywood, Qawwali. So I've been a fan for a long time, but I've been listening to a lot of either So of course there is the Beatles that I've been listening to a lot, which I always listen to. Beatles, I really love the band, and so perfect है वो, मेरे को बहुत सही लगता है. But sticking to Bollywood, I would or rather also Pakistani qawwalis rather. Do you guys know Nusrat Fateh Ali, Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan? The 1970 जो कवालीज है, जो go and listen, you play any song 30 minutes का रखो और सुनो. 30 minutes, the one kawali is 30 minutes. There are certain kawalis like 15 minutes, there are certain kawalis 25 minutes, 30 minutes. There is one kawali that I would like you all to listen to. There is okay, wait एक मिनट रुको. मैं पूरा नाम बराबर रख देता हूँ. So that उसके पहले I would like to recommend ये किशोर कुमार सर साहब तो है. So किशोर कुमार तो है ही. उसके so there is one song that I would like to recommend of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, तुम्हें दिल लगी भूल जानी पड़ेगी. तुम्हें दिल लगी, which was remade by Rahat Fateh Ali Khan. It didn't work
Of
out
course,
much.
but
It didn't work out much. So please go and listen to the original. तुम्हें दिल लगी भूल जानी पड़ेगी, वो सही गाना है. Kawali hai. So please, there is one where I'm not able to recall. So I'm just going through my playlist now so that I get the song which have been sorry, Kawali. क्या था वो यार? Yeah, sorry. ख्वाजा है, ख्वाजा का. So if you, I'm 90% sure बहुत लोग नहीं सुना. Please go listen. It's so good. It's peaceful. 12 minutes, 12-30 minutes of absolute peace movie. So that is there. Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan is just outstanding. One of the best Qawwali singers of all time. Perfect. So I've been listening to that. I've also listened to, already reconnected back to Kishore Kumar. So which is there, obviously. Last time we thought. So there was this one song of Kumar Sanu ka, Alka Yagnik and Kumar Sanu ka, listening to, which is Ek Din from Yes Boss. From Yes Boss.
Krithin, this is the Little Things ka gana.
Yeah. I didn't watch Little Things ka. I didn't watch it, the final season. मैं उसके पहले देख, मतलब it just happened so like ऐसा, and I went back and I'm listening to the song after like 10 years, I guess. It's been a long time since, and now that I listen to the song, it's a different emotion altogether. So it plays with, it's so beautiful, it's lovely. So please go listen to the song. मजा आ जाएगा. तो ये है. So that and all is there. So if I like pumped up, मेरा I go pumped up तो Eminem तो है ही. So I reconnect back to Eminem तो, so Eminem है ही, and I go back listening to Sing for the Moment, Not Afraid, all time greats. ये तो है.
But 25 to Life.
हाँ.
Oh bro, such a really underrated song, I would say.
Underrated.
White Trash Party.
There is also White Trash Party. There is also Dr. Dre's
I Need a Doctor.
I Need a Doctor. This is great fucking works. Lighters work. Lighters very good.
Bruno Mars,
pretty cool. Bruno Mars, and it works. I like the Eminem version a lot better because it properly works. There was
Fast Lane करके एक गाना है. Life in
Fast Lane is good. There is also, like, moving away from Eminem, there was also Tupac. There is 50s. Tupac के बहुत सारे गाने raps that I listen to. So that was there. But apart from that, there was this one song which I'd like to recommend. Shiwani, as I told, यहाँ पे where like when you end up confusing two singers, because the identical है. There is a singer called Umer Farooq. ठीक है? I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Umer Farooq, Pakistani singer. There is a song called as Teri A. ठीक है? उसमें बीच में, just go and check and you tell me who has listened to the. I'm not who has sung. So okay, spoiler alert. ऐसा लगेगा आतिफ असलम has sung the song, okay, but he has not. मेरे को 5 बार सुनने के बाद मालूम पड़ा कि it is the same singer, and I was like blown away by how beautiful the song is. So yeah, so that definitely go and check that out. बहुत सही है.
I want
बहुत
to
सही है.
add some more, but after you.
Yeah,
हाँ,
no.
so
Hey guys,
yeah.
the point is,
हाँ.
after this podcast ends, you guys are sending the songs to me.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. So that is Jagjit Singh. Final point of
Don't,
Jagjit Singh, and then we'll move
you'll
on to
say
the.
Jagjit Singh, you'll say Kavali, I want it. Make a playlist and send it to me.
Sure, I'll
Or
send it.
send a
Pakka,
random
pakka. भेज रहा हूँ. I'll send my one of my favorites. I'll send पक्का.
Send it.
जगजीत सिंह के 2 गाने सही है. एक तो होठों से छू लो तुम, ठीक है, होठों से छू लो तुम, अल्टीमेट. बट उसके पहले आई एम नॉट इवन किडिंग. I know, fuck you, Krithin. So I don't.
No, I'm not. See,
So-
I'm laughing at my life situation. होठों से छूले, छूने के लिए भी कोई नहीं है.
हाँ.
अबे चुप ना.
इसलिए तो गाना सुनने का भरो, कोई नहीं है इसलिए सुनने का, तो वो सुन. एंड ऑल्सो लिसन टू अरे यार, होश वालों को खबर क्या, देयर इज दिस सॉन्ग, गो एंड लिसन. सही है, अल्टीमेट. मतलब जगजीत सिंह इज होश वालों को खबर है, अल्टीमेट. यो पानी और लिसन.
पानी और listen.
I'm
Hey,
not
we'll keep a
even
pani
kidding.
drinking session soon.
जो आंख से टपकेगा ना, ओ हो, so play lovely.
Shivani,
So,
on our birthday, pani
That
drinking.
is it.
Our
Pani
party
drinking,
pan drinking session here.
Funny drinking
Chalo.
session there.
Yeah.
But
So-
I quickly wanted
Yeah,
to add
please,
something.
Shivani, yeah, please add.
I'll go in the reverse order, so it's relevant. जैसे you mentioned ना, आतिफ असलम जैसे लगा तुमको. Remember हम लैला सुन रहे थे पिछले हफ्ते. I shared with you.
Yeah.
No, it's not that one. It's not that one. There's one that Atif Aslam has sung. Okay, उसका जो chorus part आता है ना, I always feel it's Farhan Akhtar.
I'll look back. I'll go through. Audiences, if you're listening till here, please.
उसका जो
Please,
chorus part है, guys, the song name is Leila, sung by Atif Aslam. It's a beautiful song. I feel chorus is Farhan Akhtar. Proper rock on वाली आवाज, ठीक है. Second, I wanted to call out Kumar Sanu का तुमने बात किया. I've not heard all of his songs, so I won't claim to be a fan or something. But there's this one song of his that I love. Like love, matlab love. It's a song. If I'm not wrong, it's Madhuri Dixit and Sanjay Dutt. Nikhil,
समझ
wanna
गया
guess?
मैं. साजन
No रे.
साजन मूवी का ना.
I think so.
हाँ,
अब
सलमान खान भी है.
अब
मेरा
ना.
दिल भी
Yes.
कितना
Yes.
पागल है.
Yes.
ये प्यार जो तुमसे करता है. So that song, it Sanjay Dutt and Salman Khan along with Madhuri Dixit.
Yeah.
साजन मूवी का है.
This song has my heart. कुमार सानू के जितने भी गाने हैं, ये मेरा फेवरेट है. ये हमेशा टॉप करेगा, ये हमेशा टॉप रहेगा. मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है. मैं कोई मेरे लिए गा दे, मैं फ्लैट हो जाऊं.
अरे मैं अभी वही सुनेगा. मैं जाके like खोल दिया वापस. Like I used to listen to this a lot. Very good song.
Very-
Nice song it is.
When I discovered it, I was listening to it on loop. अभी
On
थोड़ा
loop,
कम हो
yeah.
गया. But I think it's time to bring it back into my
Like,
life. My life
yeah.
was better.
Just laughing collectively how everybody's life in the podcast is shit.
Yeah, dude.
Now calling back to
Dude, I'm not even kidding. हमारे ग्रुप पे कम से कम 14-15 लोग हैं, ठीक है,
14.
जो कंसिस्टेंटली आते हैं. 7 लोग हैं, ठीक है. किसी के लाइफ का डेटिंग अच्छा नहीं
Dating ही नहीं, life ही अच्छा नहीं है.
है.
there. So that is our connecting factor.
Promo bonding हो रहा है. Every
हाँ.
episode.
बंदा स्पेन फ्रांस में रह के बोल रहा है बेंचो चूतिया कट रहा है.
that
Venky, this one's for you.
rooted.
Nuri, this one's also for you.
Ayyo. But okay, quickly wrapping up this thing, when Krithin mentioned ki, when was the last time you heard one full album sets, full story and everything, right? I think the last one I heard was of this movie called Anjana Anjani.
Oh, nice. Cool.
As Krithin was saying, no, that the playlist itself or the album itself says a story. I was not able to think of any other movie ka album, as he was saying. This came up instantly in my head because uske gaane जिस तरीके से progress करते हैं. Like you don't even have to watch the movie to understand what happens.
That's what I say. That's what the album entirely conveys the story.
There is happy part, there is sad, there is heartbreak, there is fucking amazing party song, and then there's heartbreak again, then there's pyar again. Beautiful package of an album.
Can I have
तुझे
a
बुला दिया, right?
Because
तुझे बुला दिया, right?
I actually want to ask both of you, Krithin and Shiwan, because I haven't done this ever, so I want to ask a follow-up question. Does it change the way you listen to music entirely? Like, or not entirely, but does it changes the way you view at music when you listen to an album, like every song, like without the shuffle, you listen a song, because when you end up listening to that, you end up seeing a proper story being narrated. Now there is party involved. It starts up with this, and then there is a breakup involved, or whatever you want to call it, and then there is a happy ending or whatever. So how do you see music now? When you started doing that, did it change your perspective of music? Change, or what happened?
I miss doing that. Like आज के ज़माने में, when there's so much variety of music to cover, your friends are recommending songs, people are recommending such beautiful songs, so you try to put all of it together and like तुम shuffle पे सुन रहे हो, वो 5 मिनट तुम सुनते हो, 7 मिनट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 10 मिनट, अगर तुम कव्वाली सुन रहे हो तो आधा घंटा, but you are in that moment for that particular time, you enjoy it. एंड जिस तरीके के प्लेलिस्ट आजकल लोग बना रहे हैं, अपना ही एग्जांपल ले लो, पिछला प्लेलिस्ट जो हमने बनाया था, क्या क्या गाने नहीं डाले थे, राइट? तो एक सेकंड में यू आर लाइक सुपर हैप्पी, नेक्स्ट गाना आया, तुम इफ इट्स अ हार्ट ब्रेकिंग सॉन्ग, देन यू गो गेट इन्वेस्टेड इनटू इट, राइट? बट देयर इज नो कंसिस्टेंसी. एक का पिक्चर में देयर इज नो हीरोइन ओनली, एक दूसरे वाले गाने में देयर इज हीरोइन हु इज लाइक लीडिंग एवरीथिंग, एंड कुछ पिक्चर में है ही नहीं एंड एवरीथिंग. आई फील ये एल्बम वाला जो पीस था, जब बैक देन, लाइक अगेन सेइंग दिस, राइट, जब एक्सेस वाज नॉट दैट एक्सेसिबल, वी यूज्ड टू स्टिक टू दीज एल्बम्स. पूरे गाने सुनते थे हम, क्योंकि डाउनलोड करोगे तुम mrjat.com से, पूरा एल्बम डाउनलोड करने में कम एमबी लगता था.
MP3 Pakistan, MP3 Pakistan.
I have mp3juice.com.
Songspk.com zindabad.
Yeah, Songspk. Your entire computer gets virus. Then your dad hits you with a chopper.
But I felt कि जब हम वैसे back then when we used to download these songs and Bluetooth से share करते थे and everything, तुम पूरा album download करते थे, तुम पूरा सुनते थे. You were invested that way. Versus now, when you're picking एक दो songs from the entire album and you are like बाकी सब fuck off हो जाओ.
I agree. Yeah, that is me. That is what I do. I'll be very honest. Okay.
I think people are doing it very consciously these days. अभी तुम्हारी टेलर स्विफ्ट आ गई, उसने अपने ही गाने वापस से रिकॉर्ड करके वापस से खुद ही रिलीज कर रही है, फिर पैसा कमा रही है एंड एवरीथिंग. वो रिलीज कर रही है सेम पुराने गाने जो उसने पहले किए हैं, राइट? बट अगेन उसमें अगर उसने 14 गाने डाले हैं तो लोग सिर्फ 4 सुन रहे हैं, बाकी के क्यों नहीं सुन रहे? बाकी को भी पॉपुलर करो. पहले किया था, अभी नहीं हो रहा.
No, but my thing is, I don't know why. Like a lot of times I consume music which is being played a lot, and you end up discovering in places, and I end up discovering it, and then that goes into my playlist. That was before, not now. Now I end up like seeing कि अच्छा ये इतना बड़ा playlist है, इतना बड़ा album है, इसके अंदर क्या है? So I end up seeing. So sure, but उसमें भी I'm doing it randomly. I'm not really doing it ऐसा एक करके. But as you portray the point, it's beautifully portrayed. But अग्री, मैं जाके देखता हूँ जो हम लोग naturally जो चल रहा है, which is happening on Instagram or like any part, whatever, a person is recommending me a song, that song gets added to the playlist of mine. But we are not listening to the album entirely because there is no need to. ऐसा हो गया अभी.
Exactly. It's not popular enough
Hmm.
for you to listen or pay
Hmm.
attention to it. Unless then again Instagram पे तुम उसका कोई पार्ट एक
Correct,
4-5
you end
साल
up.
बाद सुन लो
Yeah.
and be like, oh ये तो क्लासिक था उस वक्त जब आया था तब. It's like ब्रेक के बाद यार जब वो
Correct,
आई
correct, correct.
पिक्चर किसी को पसंद नहीं आई
Nobody gave
आज
up that.
सबको
Yeah.
पसंद आ रही है, including myself. Back then I didn't watch. I watched it only now. Pressure of Instagram.
Okay, fair enough.
See, another thing. Okay,
Go on.
even the movies you listen. I don't make I have just like bunch of playlists. I don't. It's just shuffle. But then it makes what I feel is that we are like always hustling or doing 4 to 5 things together. It's not like doing one thing. If I'm trying to do this now. If I'm reading a book, I try to read a book. I don't listen to music. I don't do anything.
Correct,
I try
fair
to
enough,
read a
yeah.
book. And the point is that before people used to listen to listen to music. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, they put it in cassette tape. I still remember those tape where like they have like CDs, not CDs, cassettes, put it, and you can't skip it or do anything properly. They have to listen side A, then side B. So it had a progression. And movie you lived, it goes on story. But if you look at an indie artist, they have a proper story. If the album is named which Hard Drive Volume 1 hai, why would they keep that album's name?
Correct.
They wouldn't chumma take 10 songs and put it or 17 songs and put it. So they have storytelling on it. And hence, and by listening to this, we are accepting them as a storyteller also. And we are respecting them. Randomly, yeah, just in hip hop I listen. But just that whole album I listened to it on Metro. I was coming to meet Gaurav. So that album went, I like, yeah, nice. Then it was just like 40 minutes. Then again, while going also, I listened to it. It was good. I like the album. So you get to know what the artist is trying to say. You get to know the whole story. And yeah, that's something now you're taking time for, like, if I'm meeting Shiwani, I take like separate like half an hour or 1 hour to meet Shiwani. And it's just for Shiwani. It becomes like that for a song too. No? For an album to know, for that artist to know. That's what the artist is trying to do, right? So why don't you listen to?
So the transition ends up happening from I like the song on this album to I like the album.
I like the album.
It becomes two things then. So you either like the album, which is part of the song, or you just like the song in an album.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong in doing either.
Yeah.
No, there is nothing wrong in it. I was like, it's such a great perspective is on. Like when you look at it from different perspectives.
मैं अभी इतना बोल रही है कि एल्बम देखो पूरा सुनो एंड एवरीथिंग. आई आल्सो हैव एल्बम्स जहाँ पे मेरे को सिर्फ 1-2 गाने पसंद है, बाकी नहीं पसंद.
No, that's fine.
या मैं बाकी सुनती नहीं.
Yeah, but there is also a thing कि I'm a culprit when it comes to like I'm lazy. That is one, so that's why I don't end up scrolling through. Let's say if an album has like 15 songs, I'm like I'll randomly pick and choose, or rather I do this very annoying thing, which I find it annoying as well about me, is like I listen to the first 15 seconds, 20 seconds or 30 seconds of the song. I'm like, okay, is this matching my vibe? Or what I do is अभी 4 मिनट का गाना है तो every 30 seconds I'm like, okay, skip उसका 5 seconds सुनता हूँ उसका सवाल. If I have this catchy tune, then I go back and listen to the whole thing. Otherwise I don't, which is something very annoying at times that I end up doing because it makes me feel that I'm rushing through a lot of things. So which is why I try stopping it, and they're like, okay, just listen, देखते क्या होता है. अगर नहीं आया पसंद तो नहीं आया, क्या हो जाएगा. So that is one thing that I'm trying to change, and I agree. Albums आके in the sense when you end up looking at it through a different lens, it provides a different perspective where you, as Krithin beautifully pointed out, you start accepting musicians as storytellers. Like when you listen to a whole album as such, because it's an amazing creative insight there. एक album में आपने एक पूरी story बना के बता दी कि क्या हो गया. Pretty cool actually.
I'd like to recommend some albums if you guys don't mind. जैसे एक तो मैंने
please.
And feel free to call me cringe for
no, that's okay. Don't.
There's also this movie I Hate Love Stories.
Oh, I hate love stories. Nice.
उसके गाने सुन के देखो एक साथ, मजा आएगा. एंड आई रियलाइज जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे ए दिल है मुश्किल, आई नो द मूवी वाज
Album is too good.
एवरीथिंग, उसका
Yeah.
एल्बम सुन के देखो, वहां पे स्टोरी टेलिंग है, नेक्स्ट लेवल की स्टोरी टेलिंग है.
Okay, that's nice. 3 recommendations. 4th, I don't know, just remembered out of the blue. जाने तू या जाने ना.
Yes, yes, yes.
जाने तू या जाने ना. I think that has an incredible. I think that was one of my first album songs that I listened to properly. It was like when I was discovering my, growing up years and stuff. When you end up, and उस time पे there was multiple songs that end up coming in जाने तो ये जाने ना, was pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is कभी-कभी that is my go-to punch on Hinge. Like my bio पे लिखा है, I am here to find Aditi so that I can sing कभी-कभी अदिति जिंदगी में कोई अपना लगता. That's all.
Yeah, you forgot this. You forgot Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
Oh yes.
ये जवानी है दीवानी क्या?
Yes, all the songs are good. There's also ये जाने तो या जाने ना में there's this song ना towards the end when they do उसका birthday party रहता है, these people dance, कहीं तो होगी वो दुनिया जहाँ ये मेरे पास है वो. Damn.
It's pretty cool. Nice.
Beautiful song.
Yeah. So,
यार हम कितने दिल पे एक आशिक है यार.
Hopeless romantics.
old school romantics है dude हम लोग. इसलिए
No wonder.
इसलिए गाड़ मार के चले जाती है जिंदगी. इसलिए
No wonder.
इज्जत ही नहीं है मालूम इसके लिए. Like fuck dude. छोड़ो अभी क्या करें. It's okay. It is what it is.
As Nikhil Jain said, songs will skip. We'll talk about books. So
हो गया. That's all. I was going like just moving to a final category, books, and we'll call it a night. What are the books that you would like to recommend? Because I have some.
Yeah, I have some same hand. So there's this author named Murakami. Everybody knows Murakami, dude. Murakami is amazing. Yeah. So the thing I like about Murakami is he listens to music. So he started to write books when he was like 29. He was running a jazz bar. He listens to music, dude. If you read his book, you can see he always quotes musicians like Bach. And Norwegian Wood is from Beatles. Yeah. So Norwegian Woods, he keeps the Norwegian Woods book ka naam because he takes from the song.
Beatles, Beatles ka naam.
No, Beatles ka song because it reminds me of the heroine. Heroine name, correct. If you roughly translate, it's Norwegian into English. Hence, so there's another book which is South of the Border, West of the Sun.
Okay.
Yeah. After a long time, Murakami, I like his work. I read it Norwegian Wood first. Fucking loved it. His writing is simple, dude. Even the translation works for me because it's really simple. It's really simple. I have got into myself of reading his 1,400 pages book because I'm able to consume it in my own time. Surely there are no big words. The book's quality is shit. I hope it was better. But other than that, I like it. Then there's another book. The book which I'm reading is 1Q84. Okay. It's a homage to another book, 1984 by George Orwell. So this guy does that, and it's like you have put sort of effort into giving a title of the name. So you're referencing something else. It's like giving a homage. It's not like copying. He gives a reference to that. Hence this, I'd say 1Q84. And South of the Border, West of the Sun, it's two different things. South of the Border is a song. Okay, West of the Sun is a sort of condition what happens in Eskimos or somebody. So when it's not Eskimos, when it's snowing in ऊपर क्या Antarctica, yeah, Arctica, Arctic है ना? No.
Arctic
है ऊपर. So what happens that when you get only sun for 6 months or something, few people go crazy and they walk to the west of the sun. They walk to the west of the sun without knowing. So it's two things which really contradicting things which mixes. And after a long time, I didn't like few of his books because I read Norwegian Wood, then Kafka on the Shore. Kafka on the Shore is one of his like greatest work, people say. After that, each and every book I read, I'm like, nahi yaar, maza nahi aa raha. Yeah, it's good, but maza nahi aa raha.
Fair enough.
Then thanks to one of my Hinge matches,
very good.
I read this, South of the at least something they are useful.
मैं नहीं बोल रहा कुछ यहाँ पे.
I read south of the border,
मेरा
west of the
पॉडकास्ट सुन
sun.
रहा है.
तुम तो कुछ बोलो ही मत. डबल रोटी मुझे बहुत अच्छे से याद है. नहीं
सॉरी.
मुझे नहीं बोला उसने.
बोल कृतिन.
Yeah.
नहीं बोल. अरे
Oh,
बोलता हूँ ना अभी बोल.
Yeah. So this book happened, and I started reading. And again, I had like a lot of like, I was reading bunch of like non-fiction books. Then I'm like, yeah, I need some kind of story. And Murakami does this something of magical realism really well.
Correct.
Really well. So I didn't understand what magical realism is. Then I read his book. Then this is what it's called. Oh, now I get it.
अभी समझा मेरे को.
अभी समझा.
Yeah.
And other thing I like about this, he dives into one person's story. I'm like, yeah, randomly, anything can happen in story. Suddenly, two cats will talk, and you'll accept two cats talking because it's his book.
हाँ सही तो है. ऐसे करके हम लोग.
And there'll be some reason why two cats are talking or what's happening. If even randomly they're talking, they'll be integral part of the story or something is happening, and you will believe. And this guy loves cat, dude. Every book he writes about cats. And he has this love towards music. So every book, you take a pen and pencil while reading a book, mark under all the songs names, and he mentions books also, American authors and everything. Mark it, go read it. So
Nice.
while reading this, you are able to find many more books, many more songs.
Fair enough.
क्या बोलते हैं? You're not just stuck to Japanese writing or just Murakami. You are able to find other authors, other musicians. You are able to grow your taste because of reading his book. That's the thing I like about Murakami. Other book I read was Yellow Face by I don't know how to pronounce the name, Kuang. It's a sort of black comedy. And it's about if you're into writing and how you understand how the writer's world works. It's like that. So it goes on. So there are two people. One person dies, and this person has her manuscript. And she's like, this manuscript is shit. I'll rewrite and I'll sell it. And she does that. And what and all happens? And the person dies in a funny way. She doesn't like. They don't kill her. She dies while eating or something.
Wow.
So it happens. And if you're into those kind of things, it's like acha tha book. After a long time, it was funny.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now I'm into Murakami's 1Q84. It's around 1,400 pages, I guess. Yeah, 1,300 pages. I hope by next month of recording, I have 1 month to complete this book. Let's hope I complete this book. Paper quality shit. I hate it. So I am really picky about my books. If the paper quality shit, if the letters aren't like properly printed, I just keep the book. For some reason,
Fair enough.
it should be. I thought of buying the hardcover of this book, 5,000 rupees. I'm like, nahin, 500 se chala.
Fair enough.
Yeah, dude, this is 500 rupees. I got it. It's good. I read like 200 pages, and the story is really good. It's like two people are there. There's one name. There's next totally irrelevant stories are going on, but we know that somewhere they will.
But it's good.
If you want to read slow, if you want to read Murakami, it's easy to read. But if you are like, hey, Murakami, another thing about Murakami is that he writes really shallow women characters and he sexualizes them a lot. But while writing men, he puts like so much passion into them and everything. But yeah, he writes in the perspective of a 20 to 30-year-old guy. So you get it. This is the reason. But if you skip this, but you love Murakami.
Hence why I did not really connect with Norwegian Wood a lot. Because I was like, abhi kya hai? So I was like, I came into a very different perspective. Here's the thing, because I just came out of reading a trilogy, very complex trilogy with beautiful written characters, complex characters. So I'm like used to reading books now, which has a certain flair of gray. So when that ends up happening, and you end up Norwegian Wood is like fun to read in the sense that I finished the book in 1 day. So it was like very easy, quick read, and it has like a proper pace, storytelling, and it kept me on the hook. कि यार क्या हो रहा है, मेरे को देखना, मेरे को पढ़ना है to a point कि and you are reading and you are like okay fuck yeah. So that is my thing. So I won't shit on Norwegian book. I don't want to shit on anybody. Just didn't connect with me. That's it. So now the book that I would like to recommend. Actually, Murakami is a great writer. So pakka, if you guys want to read, as Krithin suggested, great books to read. Great started also. If you guys want.
And the thing I like is because he writes it in Japanese, and the
It's very
translated
simple writing. It's not very complicated. It doesn't involve use of like फुकट का ऐसा sentences that it doesn't require you to like. So it's pretty cool. So
it's
like
translated books you're reading, dude. And
So
despite
like
translation, the book has a soul. It has
oh
a
yeah,
soul.
definitely,
It has a soul.
definitely it has. It has. So like when you're reading it, you are invested in the world. So that I liked about when I read even Norwegian, but I was invested in the world. I was invested in the characters that time. It just didn't connect, but sure, but I was invested. The story building, the world has that been built with characters has been pretty cool. I really liked it. So great stuff. So the thing that I wanted to recommend, since I read quite a bit of fantasy. So I've been reading on the verge of completing this fantasy novel series called First Law. Okay. Now, First Law is a historical fantasy fiction. Okay. With some amount of magical elements attached. Okay. And each book is different. It's different. You have to is one of the very few books that I've read. Like I've read quite a few in the space of a year, fantasy genre mein, where at least when you're reading a book, the first book abhi tu pad raha hai, whatever, there is some completion attached to it. Sure, it will have some element of कि okay leeway ki okay I'll have to read this it is keeping me hooked for the next book to arrive. ठीक है, fair enough, but जो story मेरे को दिया है it's completed. Okay, so most of it ends up happening, even if there are like it is a trilogy, or if it's like 5 books, 7 books, 15 books series. Cradle has 15 books. I've read 13 books. Read each one. So Witcher has 7 books. So everywhere I've read, there is at least some completeness attached, and if there isn't, it arises only in the middle, like third book में या second या third book में आके वो लोग आके करेगा कि okay अभी थोड़ा continuation जैसा लेके जाते हैं. But in this, first book is basically your base building. So you have like 500 pages of just base building. There is absolutely nothing of significance going on. Okay, it is great. The characters are great, but there is no like I'm like क्या है ये? What is this? There like not क्या है in the sense कि there is no story. There is like something is brewing up. Okay, second book, it takes it on a fucking different trajectory and just blows your mind away. It is so good. Okay. And third book takes it, brings it down a notch in the way, the pacing of the book, brings it out a notch, and it takes a political turn. So, 3 books, wildly different in a way. It's being the emotion is at play, but phenomenal writing with incredible grey characters. There is not one protagonist. There is not just 1, 2 aisa. There are like 5, 6 stories that are going on while being interconnected in the world. So there is the basic story element here is it involves a world, dark, grim world with multiple countries being at war with each other. Okay, so that is there. Again, first book may it starts off it will start off a little differently because it focuses on the character building. So इतना world building नहीं हो रहा जितना character building is happening here. So it focuses on this character. There are multiple characters at play. what is happening, how are they escaping and stuff. So there is this one character, main character. Oh, he's sort of a main character. His name is Logan Nine Fingers, who's called as the Bloody Nine. Because he has 9 fingers. The one finger which is cut off is the middle finger, which was cut off when he was at war while killing everybody around him. So everybody knows him as the Bloody Nine. And he's escaping. The book starts off while he's escaping from one place to another. And I'm not even kidding. There are certain, and I'm a sucker for books that involve fantasy and philosophy, where there's some element of, as a real world glimpse, you end up seeing glimpses of real world situations mixed in this fantasy life. Like you will end up seeing कि oh ये हो सकता है अगर एक वॉर हुआ तो ये बैक स्टैबिंग गार्ड मारना ये सब हो सकता है. So and which is exactly what ends up happening and shows a like a grim dark reality of the world. तो सही है. So अरे dude, what is that? Wait.
As I'm at my home, I'm showing my collection, few of my books.
Oh, that's nice. Pretty cool. So I'm not even kidding. There are certain there is one quote that I sent today to people on Snapchat, which was, and so it seems I survive again. Perhaps the trick is not wanting to. And it blew my fucking mind. I was like, kya dialogue hai? Seriously, kya likha hai? There is one more dialogue which just works. Proof is boring. Proof is tiresome. Proof is an irrelevance. People would far rather be handed an easy lie than search for a difficult truth, especially if it suits their own purposes. And just connects it like every hinge match ever. So this whole book trilogy, the trilogy has like glimpses of philosophy written all over it, while having dark as shit stuff going on. Like you will see elements of torture going on. You will end up seeing elements of war going on and stuff. So for anybody who is into like dark fantasy kind of stuff, while also having some philosophical elements attached to it, read First Law. Kafi amazing. Berserk is fucking fantastic. It's like, okay, you know what? It has like a sort of like a color theme similar to that of Berserk. So
Berserk is a manga.
If you loved Berserk, you will love this. You will love this and you will love Witcher series. Please go and read the Witcher series ka books. So 7 books hai. Maja aa 6 books mast hai. 6-7 books. Sahi hai books. Please go and read the Witcher series.
Netflix backstabbed.
I liked Henry Cavill as the Geralt.
Actually, Netflix backstabbed Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Henry Cavill was what a fucking great representation of Geralt of Rivia, honestly. He was very good. So I loved him. But
give Shiwani context of all the...
Okay. So Geralt of Rivia is the main character of the Witcher series.
I'm familiar with The Witcher, guys. Thanks.
No, I'm saying
Have
Berserk.
you read the books? No. Berserk.
Berserk.
दो तीन चीज ऐसा मिक्स हो गया. Berserk is like a manga. Is like manga written. ठीक है. And again, it is like a proper dark fantasy kind of But dark, the main thing about very dark. And again, I think it's again this is also very dark. But Berserk ka thing is it follows a particular protagonist. So that is one thing. And so it follows his life story and how he goes from a mercenary to being part of a army general, while invading something, while being backstabbed, while having his own thing. So there is a lot of elements and a lot of gray areas, and focusing on the world building, the chaotic world that you find yourself in it's one of the best mangas I've ever read. So period. So it's the best. So if you guys want to check out, please check that out. But again, First Law, if you guys have like if you like have this urge, like there's a urge to read certain books like that. Song of Fire and Ice. So hey, so but I really find these books, the ones that are first law that I'm reading right now is great. But it's a like it takes, it is a long book. So it's a thoda, you have to give some patience and you have to, it's not for people who are not used to reading fantasy books. So don't start immediately with this. So, but thoda sa agar hai, so I would suggest this book. Great book. So that is there on that note. Anything else that you guys would like to recommend?
Solunga, Shivani, solunga.
And then we'll call it a day.
Much of a reader. Although I did pick up something last month, but I was not able to go beyond 3 chapters. And it's not a fantasy. I like, in fact, reading. I stick to the book if it is a fantasy or a work of fiction. It gives me hope to look forward to something happening. I mean, growing up, I was not exposed to Agatha Christie. I only discovered her recently. And by recent, I mean like the past couple of years. And when I started reading her books, I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. But again, people felt that as when they were kids, at least some of them, to whom I was like, hey, did you read Agatha Christie? And they're like, yeah, in 7th standard. Tum kya kar rahe the?
Trauma के साथ deal कर रही थी.
नहीं, 7th standard में trauma नहीं था.
नहीं था bro.
7th standard में मैं हंसी खुशी गलीवर travels पढ़ रही थी.
स्कूल ही trauma था यार मेरा.
नहीं. In fact, I was thinking today कि how people have had trauma growing up and everything, and I reflected a little and I was like, fuck यार, childhood was fun. ये trauma adult बनने के बाद ही आया है.
मेरा reverse है.
Not a fan of
speak for yourself.
Yeah. And I'm
sorry.
For myself.
Sorry.
Speaking solely for myself, I've realized that I've been fortunate. Like it was a sense of gratitude that came in, right? Ki while people have gone through so much shit growing up and everything, I was fortunate to not deal with so much trauma. Instead, I was dealing with drama, which I created for myself. And I was invested and dedicated towards it as well. So very lucky.
Fair enough.
That way. But yeah, in terms of reading, reading to nahi hua. But is mine, like I said, this month, I've done quite some writing. Some pieces, thanks to Nikhil. Instant, on the spot, जो बनाए हैं. मतलब कुछ खास नहीं थे, but मजा आया लिख के. And I would recommend people, but before I do that, Nikhil. No, before I get there, definitely be friends with Nikhil.
No. I thought of that. I thought you would say that.
I was going ki how I got introduced to writing was from putting down my thoughts. The thoughts that I didn't like, the thoughts that made me very extremely angry. And those thoughts, if turned into words, would hurt people. The same ones who hurt me. But I made it a point to not give it back to them because then उनमें और मेरे में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Yeah. So then I made it a point कि I'll write whatever I'm feeling. It's one way of letting my thoughts out, and it's not even hurting them. They don't know about it. So that is how. So from rage writing to now writing on things that make me happy, writing on things that are around me, the people around me, and everything. I think I've seen that progress for myself. So if I were to recommend something for someone, I would be recommend कि लिखना start करो. तुम्हारा grammar इधर-उधर होगा, कोई बात नहीं. Words rhyme नहीं करेंगे हमेशा. That's okay. Right. You'll feel so much better.
खुद के लिए लिखो यार, सही लगता है.
खुद के लिए लिखो. किसी के साथ share करना है करो, नहीं करना है. It's completely your choice. But share, if you are sharing, make it a point to share it with people who are like your fans, okay? उनके सामने वो जब validate करते हैं ना तुम्हारी writing को.
Shivani is indirectly saying, don't show it to guns.
Are you kidding? Guns is my biggest fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Guns a nice person.
Guns is like, in fact, that guy has pushed me to write more because of the validation he ends up giving me. And I feel like anything that I write, I make it a point to send it to him.
Oh, எனக்கும் அமுச்சு விட நானும் படிக்கிறேன்.
Same.
Hey, but if I said in English, it would have been really good. தமிழ்ல வந்து நீங்க you are only making it like that. Do send it, I will read. எனக்கும் அமுச்சு விட படிக்கிறேன். ரெண்டுத்துலயும் என்ன தப்பு இருக்கு நான் கேக்குறேன்.
சரிடா, அனுப்புறேன்டா. என் ட்ராமா உனக்கும் அனுப்புறேன்.
Drama.
தல அது மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு தல.
Can you decide? See, if you want flowers, you will also get thorns.
Been there, done that. जो भी है
Exactly.
बोला वहाँ पे.
It's just reading, dude. I'll read. Sense and I'll read.
Okay.
I won't give constructive criticism and all.
Don't give any sort of criticism. That also works. Just acknowledge.
Yeah.
तू अपने तक रख. Basically that. अपने तक रख.
Bro, so yeah, speaking of this, one of my friends wrote a book. So, yeah, 30 book. I don't want to name the book. I don't want to name him. He'll get sad. Yeah, I said, bro, I'm not buying. You buy it and give it to me. He bought it and gave it. Book 30 tha yaar. I just wrote, bro, I just fully marked. I took an effort to write out and all. I didn't. And I'm like, bro, can I share? So it will be good for your next novel. He's like, no.
Of course, dude.
Who wants कि उसका friend, I don't know if this person is your close friend or what, like ये क्या टट्टी लिख के रखा है.
Actually, as a comedian, this is what we both expect. Nikhil, I don't know about Nikhil.
Oh, that तो है, yeah.
ये टट्टी है.
तो jokes है यार.
ये टट्टी है. Then I'm like, oh, joke टट्टी है. I go and rebook. That's how. That's the constant writing and rewriting going on jokes. So at that time I was at that zone. So I said like, bro, it's my mistake.
नहीं तू jokes लिखता है, तेरे को criticism मिलता है to make that joke better and funny. तो उसको वापस try करता है. उस बंदे ने book publish कर दी.
Bro, next book की सागुंगा.
तो immediately नहीं रहता feedback.
चलो हो गया. Let's call it a night.
Yes, please.
You all listen to this podcast.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Bro, you pressed recording, right?
Fuck, इतना सारा content waste हो जाता.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to another episode of Nikhil Stories. And if you're on YouTube, please give us a like, give us a share, and just share the episode with people who you would like them to listen to. Recommendations and chill, sahi karta. And follow us on Instagram if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, go and check out our content on Spotify or YouTube or wherever this podcast is available. And thank you so much. Really means a lot. Your support means a lot. And see you next time, hopefully. Thank you. Keep recommending, keep enjoying, have fun, and ऐसा ही vibe करते रहो. See you guys. जय राम जी. See you guys. शब्बा खैर हो गया.
अल्लाहू अकबर.
अल्लाहू अकबर. Bye.